A pivotal moment seems to have emerged in the U.S. sense of legal confrontation with Ripple after years of ambiguity. The CEO of Ripple has finalized a deal with the SEC, which may potentially elevate the value of XRP to an astonishing $8,300. This settlement encompasses more than only a clear and unambiguous accord for those who have been monitoring XRP fluctuations. This is a pivotal moment that could alter the course of events. The settlement addresses the legal uncertainty surrounding XRP's future and establishes fresh prospects for the cryptocurrency's growth. Consequently, specialists and investors are now projecting that the price of XRP may attain previously unimaginable levels, and the excitement surrounding this advancement is palpable for years. The SEC contended that XRP should be classified as a security, necessitating Ripple to comply with a whole new regulatory framework. This resulted in a protracted and arduous journey to this settlement. Ripple under significant pressure because to this legal case, which resulted in its market position, may be scrutinized, resulting in a decrease in its stock. This settlement significantly enhances future prospects. The legal uncertainty surrounding XRP has been resolved, prompting a wave of euphoria in the market following Ripple's CEO's successful negotiation. Numerous individuals feared that a victory for the SEC would establish a perilous precedent for other cryptocurrencies. This section, as information disseminates, there is a revitalized belief in XRP potential for success. The price forecast of $8,300 is increasingly plausible, and Ripple's legal triumph impacts more than a single entity. It represents a substantial success for the whole cryptocurrency sector. The agreement illustrates that the legal uncertainty about XRP may prompt further investors to perceive it as a stable and reliable investment, given that the challenges confronting digital assets can be addressed. DIM's Ripple is presently well positioned to enhance its influence in the cross-border payments sector. The price forecast of $8,300 signifies the belief that XRP will not only recover but thrive when an increasing number of organizations use it as their preferred option for international monetary transactions. This agreement has solidified Ripple's market position and initiated a new phase in the evolution of digital currencies, a process ongoing for almost 3 years. Ripple and the U.S. Secret Service are embroiled in a contentious court dispute concerning the classification of XRP as a security. Has garnered considerable attention throughout the cryptocurrency industry, as the result may profoundly influence future laws of other cryptocurrencies. In December 2020, the SEC initiated legal action against Ripple, asserting that the business generated over $3 billion through the sale of XRP, which they contended was an unregistered securities. Offering in compliance with the SEC designation of XRP as a security, the identical regulatory norms governing traditional securities will also pertain to Ripple, encompassing registration mandates and investor safeguards. This litigation concerned more than merely safeguarding XRP status. It pertained to life, and the legal ambiguity instigated by the SEC actions significantly impacted. Numerous exchanges removed XRP from their listings. As the case advanced and financial institutions shown hesitance in using Ripple's blockchain technology, this hindered the company's ability to operate, resulting in a depreciation of XRP value. The dispute jeopardized Ripple's future and its digital assets, pushing the business to the brink of bankruptcy. SEC action, while seemingly a substantial obstacle, represented more than a mere legal matter. It possessed the capacity to fundamentally transform the cryptocurrency market. Ripple's legal team contended that XRP should not be classified as a security, asserting that it did not constitute an investment contract and operated more akin to a digital currency, with the business remaining resolute in its position. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has repeatedly asserted that the company is being unjustly targeted and that the SEC activities are harmful to the broader cryptocurrency sector. For Ripple, prevailing in the case was not merely the objective, it also included safeguarding the core principles of decentralization and innovation inside the cryptocurrency domain. Despite the apparent legal dispute's infinity, The recent settlement demonstrates that Ripple's perseverance has been rewarded. The protracted legal uncertainty around XRP is dissipated, and the prospects for Ripple and its digital asset seem more favorable than ever. The path to the resolution between Ripple and the SEC has been fraught with curvatures and curvatures for months. Uncertainty surrounded the case's progression due to several significant changes that affected the conclusion. Nonetheless, clandestine conversations were occurring, and it became apparent that a resolution could be feasible. This represented a pivotal moment in the case. Occurred when Ripple secured several pivotal judicial rulings. The presiding judge determined that some XRP-related transactions by Ripple fell beyond the authority of the SEC, marking a substantial triumph for Ripple. This ruling, together with the court victories, generated momentum for a potential settlement, indicating a probable shift in the legal environment favoring Ripple. Moreover, public sentiment was starting to shift in favor of Ripple. The broader cryptocurrency community and other legal professionals began to critique the SEC approach, claiming that the case was disproportionate and could impede the innovation embodied by cryptocurrencies. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, and the legal team exerted considerable effort to counter the SEC charges. The case contended that XRP functioned as a digital currency instead of a security, highlighting the necessity for more definitive legislation concerning digital assets, with Ripple's struggle symbolizing the industry's broader quest for regulatory clarity. The combination of these considerations and the public's increasing enthusiasm for Ripple intensified pressure on the SEC to alter its stance by early due to increasing criticism of the SEC management of the case and Ripple's substantial advancements. Numerous analysts believed that a settlement was the most probable resolution. In 2025, discussions around a potential settlement began to gain momentum. Both parties were apparently engaged in private negotiations to identify a consensus that would resolve the extended legal dispute. In articulating their arguments, it was apparent that Ripple and the SEC sought to conclude this chapter. They recognized that if the litigation proceeded, it may exacerbate uncertainty for the whole Bitcoin sector. Ultimately, in a surprising development, Ripple and the SEC reached a settlement that would conclude the litigation. This agreement not only resolved the existing legal conflict, but also provided Ripple with a more defined path forward, allowing the company to focus on growth and the future of XRP without the constant concern of legal complications. Establishing the settlement, the announcement has prompted a reaction in the cryptocurrency market, and with the settlement established, XRP future seems increasingly favorable. The primary concern is the potential influence on XRP future, which is decidedly favorable. The legal ambiguity around XRP that persisted for several years has now been resolved, prompting investors who were previously reluctant to own XRP due to potential regulatory issues to reconsider. Experiencing increased confidence, the recent clarity over XRP legal standing is expected to significantly enhance demand, with numerous analysts forecasting a substantial rise in XRP price. Some experts believe that XRP may soon reach $8,300, a price point previously considered unattainable. The prospect of XRP attaining such an elevated price a few months prior is not only speculation,